thank you for joining us. And you'll wonder why I'm saying yes, maybe with one thumb and maybe even two. It's because we are talking about yes. Oh, you don't get it. Yendi Senior High School. Yes. They are 50 years, and joining us for the conversation, we have Dr. Fusheni Hudu, an old student of Yendi SHS, and as well as Hajia Azara Harun, old student of Yendi SHS. Doc, Madam, thank you for joining the conversation.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much.
But I'm curious, why do you guys call yourselves royals?
Well, good morning to your viewers and yourselves, and thank you for being kind to us to give us this opportunity. Royals, because you know, Yendi is the paramountcy of the Dagbon Kingdom, and the state of the school and its relationship to the paramountcy is so important that once you are admitted into the school, you see yourself as a royal and would have to leave it. So indeed, we are royals, and I think you can see from us that
you do look royal.
Yes, and everything, our attitudes and whatever we do is about seeing to become leaders of development and change.
I should say I love your smocks and other materials though, that you've brought on the show this morning. Very representative of the northern region, the part your school.
And I believe that after this show, you will indeed know that we are royals because the school is a great one.
I think I know that already. But give me a bit of a history when it comes to Yendi Senior High School. Just briefly, 50 years and counting.
Yeah.
What has the school represented, not just for the Northern Belt, but nationally?
Thank you. Good morning to you and to your viewers. So Yendi Senior High School started in 1970. In that year, there were only 70 students, all male. The following year, there were 8 females admitted into the school. And the number of students in the school has been growing. So currently we have 3,545 students.
70 to 3,000
yes,
plus.
Yes. Wow. And that includes 1,900 males and 1,645 females. So the ratio between the gap is very minimal between males and females. And there are also 218 staff in the school. And since then, the school has produced distinguished personalities serving in different fields of endeavor, making great contributions to the development of Ghana. And so we are really proud about the school, and we think we have a lot to celebrate. Of course, there is a lot more to do, and as we celebrate, we reflect on our achievements, we think of the challenges, and we think of how to come together to address the challenges that we have. And, yeah.
So some historical antecedents, but I'm curious.
Yes.
I don't know whether you'd care to mention which year group you come from, and maybe the memories you have of the Yendi Senior High School.
So if the school started in 1970, I'm part of the 4th batch, which is 78-year group.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and the memories, really, I feel very nostalgic when I speak about the memories because we had the opportunity to have a headmaster who started this school, and he could think forward. And I must tell you that any student who passed through CBA interview, who was a principal who started the school, and I was fortunate to be part of the 70th.
Oh, wow, he started the school?
Yes, he started the school. And you would imagine, he started it with nothing. I mean, we were not privy, the school was not privy to being part of the schools which were developed earlier for secondary education in Ghana, and for that matter, in the North. So he took it over as an old elementary school, you know, and he had to build it. He built the school, he built the resources around it, and particularly he gave us the discipline to live in life. And that is the nostalgia I take. There was nothing. We enjoyed every bit of it, even though you would look at it today as hardship, because we had to carry buckets to the pond to fetch water. We had to walk 5 miles to look sometimes for even firewood. We did, and then we just didn't even have the teachers, but we managed. And thank God.
Did you at any point help in maybe building some portions of the school or something like that? You know, back then, maybe you'd some communal labor or something?
Yes, we even
She
went...
was the GP. I wonder why she's not mentioning that.
Well, we even had to go to farm. We had piggeries, right? We had corn, maize fields, and what have you, to farm and feed the students.
Wow.
And we had time for that. We learned so much. I just don't know how CBA Interview did it, but it was possible. And today, we are very happy to be part, and indeed, we are very happy to be royals, I should say.
And the experience, I mean, as she shares them, I mean, someone could even from there, after leaving school, going to animal husbandry and all of that, based on what he or she, I mean, life skills.
And let me tell you, a lot of us, obviously, you don't expect everyone to go into academia or to, you know, formal sector work, but for those who even remained in the informal sector, they are leaders.
Okay, we'll be talking about some of those standout personalities that, yes, the Yendi Senior High School has produced. But for you, what are your best memories from the school?
So I came nearly 20 years or so after she left.
1978 or 1998, thereabouts.
1995.
1995, okay.
Yes, I'm part of the 1995 year group. And I have a little bit of what we experienced a little bit of what she is talking about. We used to go to the farms. A little bit of the discipline she's talking about. We heard a lot about Tevyu because of the influence that he had. At our time, our headmaster was called Opusuma. And when it comes to discipline, he also did a lot. In fact, when we go to the school now, that is our biggest regret, that we don't see the level of discipline that existed then, which forced us to study. I mean, as young people, sometimes you need to be forced. Now, we appreciate it a lot, and that is what is missing now. So, of course, there were challenges, but the discipline ensured that Yendi Senior High School did a lot. I mean, it impacted a lot on us. And I think we still benefit from that, even now, as people in the wider society.
So the discipline, of course, it rings through. And now, yes, I guess all of us, when we go back and look at our schools, things have indeed changed. The times have changed, and things are not the same anymore, like Koda sang a song. But who are the standout personalities from Yendi Senior High School? Those people you see as your own luminaries on a national level and on the international level.
Nationally, we have people in all fields, in academia, in politics, in industry, economists, engineers, etc. So in politics, maybe one standout person is Dr. Abu Sakara Foster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's
CPP, right?
Yeah, CPP. Yeah,
and of course, the late Idris Mustafa Ali.
Okay.
Mustafa Ali Idris.
All right.
He used to be the foreign affairs,
and
minister.
then
finally became the chairperson of Get Fund.
Okay.
Yeah, he also became the Northern Regional Minister.
Exactly.
At a point.
You know.
Right. Right.
Then we have lawyer Larry Jage, who is an outstanding lawyer. In fact, when I was driving here this morning, JoyNews was interviewing him on some aspect of insurance. He's actually a big man when it comes to insurance and law. And he helped us a lot to mobilize funds for this program. Dr. Ibrahim Anyas, the CEO of NAPCO, is also a royal. And we have, in academia, we have a lot. The current Vice Chancellor of Tamale Technical University is a royal. The current headmaster of Ghana Secondary School. In fact, the one who handed over to her was a royal. To him was a royal, Hajia Amina. And the one who has taken over is also a royal. It's also a royal. Wow. So we produce. And indeed, we cannot mention royals who have made an impact without mentioning Wilberforce Saibu. I think he just took over everything about CBA Tevyu, and he has made an impact in education. He actually is on retirement now, but he's still working for us as royals and other things. And he was
a headmaster, but he actually retired as the headmaster of Tamale Secondary School, which is another great school. You know, and
the Lions.
He is one of the reasons why some of us are here today, because he's done so much. So, Senior Wilberforce, if you are listening, we want to take this opportunity to tell you that you have actually gone, or you actually are a royal. Of course, in talking about who has made an impact or who has been great from the school, it is very difficult to just tell you that these are the names.
Of course, I totally understand. In fact, all of you who have passed through, I believe you are great in your own ways.
Exactly.
But always there will be some people who stand out.
Exactly.
I mean, if you've produced a Speaker of Parliament or something, like you say, you would say, oh, like he said, with the Vice Chancellor, the headmasters and headmistresses.
Exactly.
So those are important points to make. But what are some of the contributions the old students have made to the school? I'll throw that to both of you. I'll start with Doc.
Yeah, so the old students are doing a lot in terms of infrastructure.
Right.
We've contributed over the past 10, 15 years to addressing a lot of the infrastructural needs of the school, from the provision of water, boreholes, even marker boards, whiteboard markers, then classroom blocks. During this anniversary, or in the lead up to this anniversary, the old students have renovated many classroom blocks, dormitories, even the gate to the school was constructed for the first time in the lead up to this anniversary. But most importantly, the contribution that I value most is the visits, the talks, that we give to the students. 5 years ago, we had a homecoming, and we visited the school, gave them moral talks, encouraged them. You know, all students go there, they see them as role models. And we work with the administration, we interact a lot with the administration, the PTA, to ensure that, I mean, we bring back some of the discipline and the hard work that the school needs to succeed. Because ultimately, what we need is not the buildings or the infrastructure, but the quality of education, the success rates of graduates of the school. And that is what all students are doing a lot to address.
For you?
Yeah, so actually, he's mentioned quite a number. So going forward, we actually want to say that we want to do a lot more of, you know, developmental projects, like improving the infrastructure and all that. But I think what is important to us now is about relationships.
Okay.
Relationships, because if we build it well, we can be a whole force, and that is what we have just begun. But with regards to the students, our intention of building the relationships is to ensure that anyone who says he's a royal is indeed a leader who would actually lead for progress and development.
So there are standards.
Yes.
You say you're a royal, there must be something about you.
About you. So we need to brand. We are going to have to brand both the old students and the new students coming in the future.
So half a century, and still counting.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are some challenges your alma mater is facing. What are some of them, and how are you helping to address them as old students?
So the challenges are implied in some of the activities we are doing. Obvious amongst them is deficit, infrastructural deficit. So the school, even though we've done a lot, renovate buildings, etc., there is still a lot to be done in terms of getting the buildings to standards, getting the rooms in a quality that students can feel a little more comfortable while they study. But maybe the biggest challenge is the quality of administration, how much effort the administration puts into the training, the discipline in the school. So we need cars. The school wants a pickup, and this is the time for us to say we need to renovate buildings. But more importantly, for me, actually, I am more interested in the pass rates, for instance, our performances in National Maths and Science Quiz, our, the quality of students that graduate from the school. How are they faring? And as we embark on the anniversary, this is going to be an important part of our conversation, so that post the celebration, we will all pool our energies and resources together to addressing these challenges.
So the challenges are clear, and I'm sure as we talk about the activities lined up for this celebration, you'll be seeking to address some of them. But what are some of the activities we can look forward to as you mark 50 years and counting?
Okay, just a moment. Actually, it's been a great week this week. A lot has been done, but we are going to, I just want to run out the program.
Okay.
Where did I leave it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we started actually on the 23rd, which was on a Sunday, right?
Yeah.
With obviously you can't start anything without the mention of God. God has to take control. So we went to church in the school and actually prayed to God to start the anniversary successfully. So Sunday, we actually prayed, and those who couldn't go had to do it in their various churches and homes. But of course, we Muslims, we did it on Friday, so you'll see that as part of that. Then on on the 24th, which was a Saturday, actually, I think it started with this Saturday, right?
Yeah, so on Saturday,
there was
walk.
A health walk.
Okay.
Before the church service. But then we also had a float on the 24th.
Okay.
Around Yendi town, because that was part of us. And then on the 25th, we had a cleanup exercise. On the 26th, we did career conference, still part of our challenges, and we want to, you know.
So that's actually slated for tomorrow.
And then there was another clean-up exercise and then a Muslim prayer on Friday, for which we all will be part, because I believe that after this program, we are heading towards Yendi for the celebration. You are welcome anyway.
Okay.
And then the grand day is on Saturday.
Okay.
Coming
Saturday.
Where I think your invite is coming from.
Okay.
We expect you. It's going to be a day that, but of course, on Friday
if you can guarantee me some tuzafi and some guinea fowl, nicely grilled, I just might decide to.
Yes, 100% guarantee.
I skipped something which for me I look forward to.
Which is?
The record dance for all students on Friday evening.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and before the grand day, we want to remember how things are. So it's going to be, the young persons may want the new style of doing things, but we want to go back to the old.
Okay, so final comments, and then we'll acknowledge some of your sponsors, some of those who are making this happen. But Dr. Hudu.
Yes, so just to add, on Saturday during the Grand Durbar, the guest of honor, or the special guest of honor, is going to be His Excellency the Vice President. Okay. The Yana and chiefs and academics all over the country, all students and notable people will all be there. So it's going to be a really great day. And we all look forward to, it's also going to be a reunion. So we look forward to meeting people we've not met in a long time. And more importantly, engaging in constructive dialogue and discussion on what we can do for our alma mater. That is what we are looking for.
So let's quickly acknowledge some of those making this celebration possible, aiding you on this journey.
All right, it will be difficult to actually acknowledge everyone on this platform, but yes, our acknowledgement goes to the school administration, that is the headmaster and all the staff. We also would like to acknowledge all royals, particularly the planning and organizing committee. But what stands out is Senior Larry Jage has done so well for us in terms of finances. He's been able to mobilize more or less the insurance industry in Ghana to actually give us some support. And I would like to mention those I can. Any other insurance company who hasn't heard the name, I didn't do that deliberately. But Hollard, Vanguard Assurance, Danwell, NCA, and what have you, have made some huge contributions to us. And in fact, he himself has done so great by supporting us so much. Thank you, all stakeholders. Allah is your main main person who would reward you. Your reward is with Allah. Thank you very much for everyone. And of course, Joy FM. You've done it all.
Right.
Thank you. And you are invited to our 50th anniversary.
Well, the multimedia group, we're always grateful to assist.
Great.
And thank you for coming.
We look
and we wish you the very best.
Thank you.
As you mark this 50th milestone, Golden Jubilee.
Thank you. We thought you would show some of our pictures. Very nice, beautiful pictures.
We actually did.
Of the work we're doing.
We actually did.
You did.
You were looking at me. So anyway, so
right.
Dr. Fusheni Hudu Hajia Azara Harun joined us for this discussion. 50 years of the Yendi Senior High School. Thank you so much for joining the conversation.
Thank you.
Do stay with me though now. Right before we take our break, we do know water is life. It regulates your body temperature, keeps you alive and kicking. Awake is premium purified water treated through a strict purification process to ensure that every bottle on the market refreshes you better. We have the perfect size for every occasion, 330 and 500 ml bottles to fit your pockets and your bags, and 750 ml for the heavy drinkers, and 1.5 liters for those who always want more, like me. We have also introduced our special 19-liter jars for offices and homes. Now you just need to stay awake with Awake Purified Drinking Water wherever you go. Come on, grab a bottle of Awake water and get quality hydration. But here's what really makes it for me. Awake Purified Drinking Water is one for life. Remember, for every bottle you purchase, an amount is donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center. That's cool, right? It's produced by Casapreco. For bulk purchases, please call 0262 351 251. And that's it for Awake. Now, did you know that the income of a young entrepreneur from some selected businesses is exempt from tax for 5 years? Any young entrepreneur engaged in manufacturing, information and communications technology, agro-processing, energy production, waste processing, tourism, and the creative arts, horticulture, and medicinal plants does not need to pay income tax on these activities for their first 5 years of operation. A young entrepreneur engaged in a business that enjoys an initial 5-year concession benefits from the following applicable tax rates for an additional 5 years. Ready? Accra and Tema, you enjoy 15%. Other regional capitals outside the three northern regions, you enjoy 12.5%. Outside the other regional capitals, you get 10%, and for the three northern regions, 5%. If you want further clarity or information, just reach out to your nearest GRA office. Ghana Revenue Authority, integrity, fairness, and service. After this break, it's time for you to have your say. We'll bring you the Citizen's microphone and take your comments on social media. We'll be right back.